You know what else is fascinating about gold? It's that throughout history, there have been plenty of times where its price didn't budge an inch. For years, it seemed stuck in place, leaving investors scratching their heads and wondering if it was even worth holding at all. But when you look beyond the day-to-day ups and downs of the gold price, you start to realize that something really incredible was happening in the background. Now, I want to share with you a secret truth about gold, something that most people never see because it happens behind the scenes. But understanding this phenomenon can help you uncover hidden opportunities that can really supercharge your wealth. Here's what's going on. While gold may appear stagnant sometimes, like a motionless lake on a calm summer's day, beneath the surface, there's a whole universe of activity. The big players, the ones with deep pockets and inside information, are moving and shaking. Now, this isn't stuff you see in the news or read about in everyday financial reports. It's a hidden world of financial chess moves that can turn ordinary investors like us into pawns in their grand schemes. These big players use gold as part of their arsenal, and they make their moves for reasons that go way beyond what meets the eye. So here's the kicker. All this secret action affects us whether we're aware of it or not. It can lead to sudden price jumps and create opportunities that can either make or break your investments. If you want to be a smart player in this game, you need to understand what's happening in the shadows. Ready to dive into the secrets? Let's get started. Now, in the realm of precious metals, platinum holds a unique position. Often overshadowed by its glitzy cousin gold, platinum has its own set of characteristics and industrial uses. Recently, it has been showing some interesting signs that might be worth taking note of. Here are a few things you might find fascinating about platinum. It's not just a pretty metal. Platinum has a ton of industrial applications. One of the biggest is in catalytic converters for cars. These little devices help convert harmful pollutants into less harmful substances, reducing the environmental impact of our vehicles. Without platinum, we might have cleaner air. However, because of its scarcity, the auto industry relies heavily on recycled platinum, keeping a lid on overall emissions. Another area where platinum shines is in dentistry. It's a key component in crowns, fillings, and other dental appliances. And hey, it's not just because it looks nice. Platinum's biocompatibility means it doesn't react negatively with your body. That's a relief for anyone who's had a metal tooth before. And let's not forget about jewelry. Yes, it's a bit less practical than gold, but platinum's rarity and durability make it a truly special material for engagement rings and other cherished pieces. In fact, platinum jewelry is considered more environmentally friendly than gold jewelry because it requires fewer resources to extract and refine. So, why is this important to you? Well, first, it's kind of cool to know that this shiny metal plays such a big role in our everyday lives. Second, because of its industrial uses. Platinum's price tends to be driven by factors like global manufacturing and economic growth, rather than just investor sentiment, and that can offer some unique investment opportunities. Just think about it. While platinum's price might not be as flashy as gold's, it could potentially respond differently to economic shifts, giving you a chance to diversify your investments and protect your portfolio. Okay, so let's talk about why this secret world is so important for you and your money. These big players are motivated by their own interests and goals, which means they can really shake things up. Picture this. There is a group of big banks that believe the dollar is going to lose value in the near future, so they decide to secretly buy a bunch of gold, driving its price higher. Or maybe there's a looming conflict on the horizon that no one knows about yet. The rich and well-connected start buying gold to protect their wealth, and the price starts ticking upwards without most people realizing why. They have the resources to make big moves, to buy up a lot of gold at once. But here's the catch. When they make these big bets and prices start going up, it's not uncommon for other investors like you and me to jump in on the action. And that's where things can get tricky. By the time the masses start buying gold, the price might have already started to climb. And if these big players decide to sell, it can cause a ripple effect that pulls the price back down. Suddenly, you're caught in the middle of a financial game where the rules are constantly changing and the stakes are high. It's a balancing act where staying informed and adapting quickly is key to navigating the twists and turns of the market, so it's crucial to keep your eyes peeled for signals. Stay tuned to economic and global events. Don't be afraid to make adjustments to your portfolio based on what you see happening. Diversification, my friends, is your best friend. Spread your investments across different asset classes, industries, and regions. That way you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Look, I'm not saying it's easy to stay ahead of the curve. It takes dedication, research, and a good dose of curiosity. But here's the payoff. By staying vigilant and adaptable, you'll be better positioned to weather any storms that come your way. And, who knows, you might just find yourself making some savvy moves that outpace even the savviest of Wall Street pros. So remember, in this game of financial chess, you're not just a pawn, you can be a player too. And it all starts with understanding the moves happening behind the scenes. And now, let's move on to the final piece of this puzzle. The reason why everything I've told you matters. Let's talk about the why. Why should you care about these big players and their secret moves? Well, because they can significantly impact your financial well-being. When they buy or sell, they can influence the price of gold and other commodities. And if you're invested in these markets, you could benefit or get burned, depending on which side of the trade you're on. Now, I'm not suggesting that you can predict their actions or outsmart them at their own game. What I am saying is that you deserve to be in the know. You deserve to understand the forces that are shaping your financial world, because knowledge is your secret weapon. It gives you the ability to make informed decisions, to position yourself strategically, and to adapt quickly when the markets change. Let me put it this way. Imagine you're playing a game without knowing the rules. You're just throwing darts hoping you land on the right spot. Not a great strategy, right? But when you understand the rules, when you know the players and their